Hi there and welcome to your channel Staffelchef. Today we are going to finalize this mini-series. My intent was to show you the very first steps to set up a base that is self-sustainable and will survive your lockout from the server. Therefore, we produce a set of tier 1 tools. Even though we have a basic refinery, we still use the survival kit for assistance. Yes, the survival kit takes more than double of the time to process the stone, but you will get 30% more output due to its efficiency. The large non-upgraded refinery, however, will have the highest processing speed with the exact same efficiency like the survival kit. Welder, grinder and the drill receive a distance multiplier for each tier. This 160% is especially useful for the drill, since the low tier version sometimes has difficulties to make contact with the ground. Besides the distance multiplier, it also receives a speed boost of 20% per tier. Noticeably more impact has the speed multiplier on the welder and grinder, however. Both have an increase to 150% on tier 1, 200% on tier 2 and run an extraordinary speed boost of 500% on tier 3. This allows us to melt through the drone carcass and our rover like butter. For everyone who is a bit confused, like me at the beginning, how the build planner works, just click right mouse button on your object of desire and click middle mouse button on your storage. It is a simple calculation. The build planner will not consider what you have in your inventory while adding an object to it, and also not if you take out something manually. In a nutshell, it checks what is missing in the moment you click, and it counts only what you take out via middle mouse button. Let's activate the Gatling turret, since now most of the valuable stuff of the drone is grinded down and the shock of the last attack is still present. Also, before we log out, I'm grinding down our starter rover, since it will despawn after logging out for a while. It will however survive the routine service restarts. Moreover, I'm sometimes a bit emotional and nostalgic. Let's also double check the settings of our turret. We wanted to just shoot at everything. Also, the distance should be set to maximum. Another not so self-explanatory feature is the color mode. With the Papa key you can open the color and texture menu. As of now, every new block will have this chosen one. If you want to recolor something existing, you need to have a block in your hand and use middle mouse button. If you want to paint larger areas, hold shift while clicking. If something is covered by the hitbox of another block, you have to go very close, very close, and it will work. If you want to take over an existing color, put a block in your hand, hover over the existing element and press Shift Papa. If you wonder how many small versions you need to substitute a large one with regards to space and efficiency, you can take the rule of thumb. The bigger, the more space and energy efficient. Of course, it is sometimes tricky to place a large thruster or large batteries on a large grid. But for example, one large grid solar panel produces a maximum of 16 kilowatt, where its small grid version delivers only a maximum of 4 kilowatt, with half the size. The survival kit uses 15 kilowatt idling, the turret only 2. Makes 3 solar panels more than sufficient to sustain our consumption. For the next possible attack, we install hangar doors to give some more protection. With some minor adjustments here and there, we are able to enter our cave easily and set the conditions with the door to establish oxygen pressure later. I'm not going to finalize all the hangar doors. I think you get the idea. Only 3 hours have passed since we did our very first step on this moon. So let's use the awesome character animation for the very first time ever after more than 600 hours of personal gameplay since 17th May 2014 when I bought this game. Before we log out, we shut down our basic refinery and assembler. This will allow the 3 existing solar panels to charge the 2 batteries over the day and keep the grid powered to enable us to respawn at another day. 2 months have passed since I did the video take. Of course, I jumped in from time to time in order to certify the self-sustainability. As far as I could see, are NPC ships only spawning when the player is actively in the game, meaning that the current ammunition in our Gatling turret will be reserved for possible griefers. I hope all non-engineers got a small idea of the game, especially with my rather long intros of the first episodes. To all single-player engineers out there, just give it a try. Protect yourself from griefers and NPCs and the environment. Make friends, and may Clang be with you. But the end of this Let's Survive mini-series is only marking the beginning of something new. My next mini-series will be a Let's Show of my offline world. And I'm pretty sure even the toughest veterans out there will get some inspirations, what you can do without any scripts and any mods. So stay tuned, more to come. Gehabt euch wohl.